morning, sunshines. Happy Tuesday. Let me figure this out real quick before I do want to go over that article that I saw audit post. It's kind of important. But let me turn this on. Let me go back to me. Go back to the article. And turn this back on. There we go. I'll wait for a few people to get in before we start reading about this. Good morning, Swedish Lena. How are you doing today? How was your day today? Look, I have coffee. I woke up bright and early, about 5:30 this morning, and laid here and thought, oh, coffee sounds good. No, I think I'm going back to snooze a little bit more. It's going to be a long day. So I went back to bed and I slept until a few minutes ago. But that's okay. I even this morning put my heating pad on. Did I hit go live? I hit go live. Put my heating pad on and it just felt so good. My shoulders are quite sore this morning. Good morning, main house. Yep, coffee, coffee. Hi, Amy M. Nice. I saw your comment below audits. Shall we read it together? Sounds like you already read it, but I don't think anybody else. Hey, Teeth. T, how are you feeling? How's your antibiotics coming along? What's up? Before I start reading this, tell us more. Yeah, I was up pretty early, and thank you, Swedish Lena. I tried to be up, but as I said, it appealed to me to go back to sleep this morning. I was up late last night with audit on her neighborhood council one, and I'm glad I spoke when they were talking about the legislation, and I laid there thinking, oh, I'm waiting for them to do public comment, and I started snoring. Good. Good. So everything together was just discombobulating your system. Good. So I'm hoping that the reaction did stop. And then maybe you can restart taking it to figure out what will work for you. That was, yeah, I did. I fell asleep right in the middle, so I didn't do public comment at her council meeting last night. But such is life, right? That's what happens. Especially when you start to get old, you're just like, well, it's time to go to sleep. Okay, let's dig into this article. Oop, what did it say? Oh, that is excellent news. Yay, so the MRSA has gone. Woohoo, that's excellent. That's the most important piece of it. That got me all excited, T. Hey, good morning, Rona. So, Community Times Together comes together in support of the LAPD and a cleaner, safer Hollywood. October 8th was no ordinary Sunday morning in Hollywood, as crowds gathered in the Capitol Records Building parking lot. Tourists and locals soon realized something special was happening. Was it the presentation of a new star on the Hollywood Hawk of Fame, or an unexpected movie premiere? No, this was a launch of a coalition of more than 50 organizations that decided to take back the streets of Hollywood. LAP officers took the stage October 8th to thank the volunteers. More than 460 volunteers gathered for a community cleanup, the largest ever done in the area. 2 local businesses donated the space and parking for the event that was organized by the LAPD and the Church of Scientology on National Faith and Blue Weekend under the banner Unity in the Community. But that sounds like it should be a good thing, you guys. It sounds like it. The purpose of Faith and Blue Weekend is to create safer and stronger communities by engaging law enforcement officers and local residents through the connections of faith-based organizations. Hollywood LAPD Captain Yasir Gilani welcomed the volunteers, thanking them and so many LAPD officers for their support of the project. He gave a special shout out to the Church of Scientology, roll my eyes here, for bringing the community together to support the program. Faith and Blue founder Reverend Markle Hutchins in Los Angeles from Atlanta, Georgia, to launch the Los Angeles Faith and Blue Weekend celebrations, spoke of a turnout like this being proof that when faiths, communities, and law enforcement work together, we can bridge differences, increase collaboration, and reduce bias and violence. Okay, I'm not going to read all that, blah, blah, blah. The Department of Sanitation, Office of Community Beautifications. The Church of Scientology, LAPD, and the Way to Happiness Foundation have partnered in monthly neighborhood cleanups since 2018, including a special annual scouring of Hollywood Boulevard on the eve of each year's Hollywood Christmas Parade. Imagine that! After each cleanup, volunteers hand out copies of The Way to Happiness, written by the humanitarian felon and Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard. And then we have a little media blurb down on the bottom. And this comes out of Scientology Newsroom, so it's 100% Scientology biased. Blah, blah, blah. Not even worth. You're right, Swedish Lena. You know, I I don't know. I watched 2 videos yesterday that truly, I don't even want that on my screen anymore. Get off my screen. You blah blah. Not religious. I don't even want you on my screen. I'm going to take you off. You're not worthy. You're not worthy of my screen time. Not worthy. But there were 2 videos that I watched yesterday that I want to talk about. One was Rage Against the Dark Arts. Get other Miriams two. So there were two videos that absolutely caught me yesterday. And if you haven't watched them, please go watch them. It might be under just videos. Please say she didn't take it down. Here we go.
Many times.
I'm gonna put it on mute because we're not gonna watch it. I just wanted to show you and give you. Hey Haggis, good morning. Miriam Francis. Exactly, Main House. She did this. The thumbnail and the theme of it is about Emily. What's her face? The singer for the band. However, she goes through and talks about the cadets. Hey, me and Taz, good morning. She brings pictures, she brings proof, she brings articles. I absolutely was in tears after reading it. One, because of her strength, and two, because of the way she laid this out. This was an incredible, fact-filled. Emily Armstrong, thank you, Amy M. Fact-filled presentation of what everybody's been talking about. I do, and in just a second I'll tell you how to do that. Did he play some of this yesterday? Yeah, this had me in tears because, and I told Serge, I said, Serge, I know, you keep talking about the hotels and you keep talking about things, and it sure hits home, and I love you, and I care for you, and I respect you. But when she started bringing the pictures along with what she was talking about, in the way of talking about it through Emily, man, that just hit home. And we need to send this to the DA. We need to send this to the new DA through the chief of police. The new chief, we now need to talk to the trying to get a criminal. This is proof. So, I mean, and I know people aren't lying. I know Serge isn't lying. I know Liz and Liz aren't lying. But when you lay it out like this in irrefutable proof, how can you not see this? Right. But when you lay it out as facts, Amy, it sure makes a difference. So there was this one, and then the other video that I watched was Scientology Up North. She had her interview with Robert Dam and Jamie Mustard, and you know what, I talk with Jamie every once in a while, and I absolutely adore Miriam.
Hey dads, Christmas is
Gonna get
coming,
an
and this year,
Girl
this
Dad.
beautiful to my daughter blanket is the softest way to say I love you. The message says, to my daughter, never forget that I love you. Whenever you feel
And I do. I
overwhelmed,
love you, my
remember
daughter.
whose
I'll
daughter
leave that
you
one
are,
on just for a
and
second.
straight.
'Cause
Having all these trillions of lives, being an adult that just needs to shut up
And this was incredible. And as I said, I really respect Jamie. We get along really well. I absolutely love talking with him because he makes me think. But Robert Dam was new to the equation I read his book the other day, and we talked about it yesterday, because I read it on Sunday. And I read his book and I thought, another story of, okay, I was in, this is what happened, and I got out. But this interview was different. This interview between the two of them brought feelings into it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, good morning, Peter. They brought their feelings into it. They brought the why into it with this conversation. And I pick on Jamie about it's a drinking game every time he says, I want to hear from you, or I want to hear what you think, and then just keeps talking. And I pick on him about that. But that's okay. They had feelings in this. She did. She did wonderful. And she didn't get to say much between the two of them, but she did wonderful, and she poked him when she needed to, and she brought two very smart gentlemen together. What were your thinking? What did you guys learn something? Even if it was a feeling or respect or whatever, what did you guys think about this video? I absolutely cannot wait to read this in English, to read his second book. I am so anxious for it. I would even offer to have somebody read it and maybe post chapters. Just read it in English. Hint, hint, that would be really cool. I know he's paying somebody to do it, or has asked somebody to do it. But we could do it as a book club. Yeah. So if anybody could read Danish, we'll pay for the book. If you'll read it to us. Read me a story, Mommy. I find it really hard to listen to. I can't do the audibles. I know a lot of people can, but Peter, yeah, they do. I think they do. They want to change. Right, Irish? Good morning, Irish, by the way. Yes. Really, Swedish? Then I wouldn't ask of you taking so much brain power. But if we could do maybe just one chapter at a time, if you're like an insomniac and can't sleep, and maybe can just record it. Just one chapter at a time. He said there was like 30 or 40 chapters though. You could just repeat those same three. We would never know the difference. T's making me laugh this morning. But I'd be up for a book club. We could all gather for maybe twice a week nights for our reading. In that way you could be up and bright first thing in the morning, or whenever would be good for you, Swedish, or whomever, and we could all listen as you read it. That would be a fabulous idea. Then we wouldn't have to wait till spring to read it. And out of respect for him, we could all still buy the book. Oh, there we go, T. So your words are, where are you flying? Those are 3. How may I help? If you squish the may and the I together. Good morning, Scientology up north. We were just discussing your video yesterday, your interview with Jamie and Robert. Well done, my friend. Well done. I learned so much from that. That was a different, it was a different type of feeling. It wasn't, we did this, we did that, this happened, this didn't happen. It was a feelings video, which nobody really has brought. Yep, it was Miriam times 2 yesterday. Yeah, that would definitely be different. But we could still buy the book when it comes out, so he wouldn't lose sales. Good morning, Mandy Me. But Miriam, that was really an incredible interview. It truly was. What I gained from Robert, besides just learning about him when he spoke, was I learned some respect for him. I guess I could put a period there. I learned some respect for him. I guess maybe so. You might want to just rewatch it. I watch things. It's hard for me to comment and talk. I was in the chat the whole time, but it's hard for me to comment and talk when I'm listening because it's hard for me to listen and hear at the same time, and those are 2 different things. That was definitely mending fences and building bridges. When Robert said that he did it, what did he say? Oh, when he wrote the book, the reason he wrote the book and how he felt responsible for just bringing in those people, that was heart melting. You're right, Scientology up north. There is a lack of social intelligence, emotional intelligence from a lot of people that were in Scientology, not just those 2. Hey Rika, good morning. Yeah, it's amazing, and I think Jamie's been out since he was 20 or 21, the same age Robert was when he got out. And so that means he's been out for quite a while, and he's just now coming to terms with a lot of this stuff. That's how vile and invasive that cult and that indoctrination and the grooming is. How vile and invasive it is. It takes so many years. Mm. I'm going to enjoy my coffee, even if it's guggling. Yeah, definitely did a great job, Miriam. Oh, you're right, Mandy Me. Yep, he got out the same time Robert was going in. You're right. Mea culpa. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful day at work today, Rika. A very enjoyable, productive day at work. Hey, Sophia. That's yeah, most certainly. Sophia, that is something that I've noticed from talking with, first of all, it's hard to get a conversation with somebody that was in Scientology, more so than, hey, how are you doing? Because the trust factor just is not there. And that is a common, that's a common issue, common theme, common thread with people that were in Scientology or any high control groups, really, but especially Scientology, is trust. Trusting others, trusting, who do I trust? Who can I talk to? Who can I relate with? Who's going to turn me in? Can I even trust myself? Can I trust my own feelings? What are these feelings? Those are a whole bunch of questions. Are my feelings validated? Are my feelings correct? I didn't have any damn feelings all my life. So now what am I feeling? I just can't even imagine not knowing the basic feelings growing up or going through. Because Robert, he, even though he got in when he was in his 20, yep, he was 20, those are still formative years, especially for males. Swedish Lena, yeah, the shame is, and when Robert was saying that a theme of many of the kids that grew up that he talked with was shame. Yeah. And even those that grew up older. Yeah, didn't you posted something on that, Rika, didn't you? The Wheel of Emotions? I think I remember seeing that and watching that. I'll go back and rewatch that. No, don't question yourself, me and Taz. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine, especially if you're in the way of needing to find yourself. I mean, Nora and I talked the other day about, and I even talked a little bit yesterday with Jamie about that. You, I'll go back and pull that up, Rika. Um, is that it's like the article we just read, to where they do good things sometimes, and they try and make it translate into everything so good about it. However, you're not combining the fact that there's indoctrination and grooming stuck in the middle of those things. You're actually right, Sophia. Yeah, that's just crazy to me that that can happen in a brain. Rika PDX. Come on, computer, catch up to me. Come on, computer. Rika PDX. Rika Rika Bobika Mali Mali Fovika. Me my Momika. Rika. Let's see, did you put it on your community page? That was your wonderful painting. Was it on this one? No, but this is an excellent one to read too. What a wonderful, beautiful, bright painting that was. Was it a video? Rika, you're making me find it. The Cult of Deception. Was this it?
They call you in, promises of truths and secret sins. Erase your mind with a twisted grin. Emotions lost like the dust in wind. From dawn to dusk in locked up rooms, they whisper lies that seal your doom. A prison built with belief and gloom. Child labor thrives in the hidden tomb. Oh, the cults of deception, they take control. Steal your heart and break your soul. Promises turn to chains of gold. In the cults of deception, you'll never grow. With lie detectors and mind machines, they strip away all you've ever been. Erase the sorrow, erase the dreams, leaving hearts hollow in their schemes. In a world where truth is sold and bought, child brides are shackled, dreams turn to naught. Living nightmares in a twisted plot. Oh, how we fight against what they've sought. Oh, the cults of deception, they take control. Steal your heart and break your soul. Promises turn to chains of gold. In the cults of deception, you'll never grow old. In a world where truth is sold and bought, child brides are shackled, dreams turn to naught. Living nightmares in a twisted plot. Oh, how we fight against what they sought. Cults of deception, they take control. Steal your heart and break your soul. Promises turn to chains
sorry. I always love that song. I had to stop to listen to it. And you can't just listen to just a second. Oh, where'd we go? Go back. Oops, that's not what I wanted though. Brr. I got the fat finger syndrome going again. Okay, I'm looking for the emotional wheel. Rika, you've been posting a lot lately, girlfriend, boyfriend, they friend. Let me see. Here we go. Wheel of Emotions. Oh my goodness, it's huge. Let's see. This is the Wheel of Emotions that I've mentioned using several times myself and with my kids. I'm going to put that link in here also, just in case. Oh yeah, it is quite extensive. Dan and Rika together. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is quite interesting. I did look at it the other day, but I didn't like delve into it. So maybe I'll pass that one on. Thank you very much, Rika. And I know I answered you, Main House, also, but I believe Rika made that song through AI, and it turned out fabulous. It's very good. Everybody else was quiet last night. Uh-oh.
How would you like to take a free personality test with Scientology? It's a total, we're protesting Scientology, a total scam.
I agree.
Okay. You want to take it? No, we don't have the can. This is the fake one.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, this is the fake one.
Family member who's
Oh, I'm so sorry. Is there any chance you can contact this person?
Yeah, that's going to solve it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Scientology kills a lot of people. Lisa McPherson, Whitney Mills. Whitney Mills Estate's suing Scientology right now in Florida, Pinellas County. She had medical problems and mental health issues.
Wow. Manning 8 is killing it on, well, no pun intended. That's not what I meant. Talking about dead people that he was talking about, but he's doing a great job. Let me rephrase that. Sorry. That came out wrong. Me too, Amy. Me too. I'm not tweeting, but I'm emailing and putting comments. Exactly. And I'll have to go back and scratch my comment out of this video. I didn't mean that he was really killing it, but you know what I mean. Amy did awesome. You are doing awesome. He is a lawyer. Yep. You gonna call in, try and call in on the LAPD commission today, Amy? And good morning, Kathy. If I didn't say good morning, I think you snuck in during the middle of the song. I don't know what kind of lawyer. I haven't really um yeah, I don't know that I've really heard that what Manning is. Good morning, Desert Dog. 9:30 Pacific time. And they do 45 minutes, go back and forth supposedly if they don't have tech issues between people there and people not there online. And they do 3 minutes per person. So you get 15 people. And the last couple of times it's been tech issues. But it's after it's number 2 on the agenda. So it's right after the Chiefs report. And his usually is 10 minutes or so. Yeah, well, the last 2 meetings, yes, because they were out for a couple of weeks. They didn't at first, though, Mandy Me. They were the ones that had their shit together on their meetings for so long, and now all of a sudden their tech's not working right. Their Zoom's not working right. But they were the go-to on the tech for the whole time. It is a Zoom link. And I think this was the 3rd meeting that was messed up. Because there was 2, and then this last one, they had a few speakers that were messed up. And then all of a sudden they had the last 2 speakers that could get on. But I emailed mine yesterday, just in case I didn't get on today, because I get frustrated when I'm not heard. And it's not like my voice means squat, but to me it means something to be able to be heard, to at least say what I want to say. And regardless if anybody else feels it's important, I felt it was important enough to write it down and to call in. And dang it, I want to be heard. So I emailed it yesterday. Absolutely. I have it already up and ready to go. Where did my agenda go? Copy link. Go to my page. Go to my community page. Go to paste. Today, 9:30 PST. Posted. Ordered you. We'll go back to the meeting here. I am shocked they didn't cancel it, to be real honest. Thank you, Main House, and thank you, Kathy. Posted for you, Amy, on the link on the homepage, on the community page. But in the grand scheme of things, we are just all drops of water in this tidal wave we're trying to make. And that's what we just need to keep doing. The other thing, not only just the tidal wave, but every drop of water, it may take 1,000,000 years, erodes the sand, erodes the yeah, so Wednesday's meeting was not canceled for Public Works either. So my tactic has been to switch to their responsibilities and their liabilities, and I'm going to remind them of the lawsuit about the streets and the easements that came through, that they had to, and I'll put a link on it, they had to put out $1.4 billion that the Department of Justice told them that they had to spend to make their sidewalks apply to the Title II. And then they just were hit this year with a lawsuit from the Department of Justice about making their voting places accessible. So they've had 2 ADA claims that have cost them a buttload of money. Technical term, buttload of money. $1.4 billion because their sidewalks are not accessible. And I don't want to push it too much, because if we push it too much, they'll throw us into that lawsuit remediation. And I don't want that to happen. I want to threaten them that they're going to see more lawsuits over this. Do they want to spend more money? Yes, they have. They have definitely ruined the sidewalks. Do they want another lawsuit to come through? Because it's on the verge. And they could very well do those planners as, instead of, so Title II of the ADA, yeah, you would think they would learn. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. You got to make them change. For the LAPD commission, yes, I put a link on my community page. So, under Title II, on the ADA, one of the things that they got wrong with the new ADA, because they did revise it, was they took out punitive damages for lawsuits. You should. They still, you just got to condense it to 1 minute, Amy. Oh, today. Yes, 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 yes. Good. Good morning. Does it matter to you, not to me? How's Rib Dog? She getting better? Is she starting to hobble around? Yeah, Kirby's mom. That's a good point. Yeah, I know. And YouTube doesn't like that F word. It erases it on me too. Excuse me. I'm going to mute just for a second while I cough my brains out here. I don't know how to turn them. Sorry about that. Yep, I think I might. I still haven't figured out what I have what I emailed in yesterday, so I don't want to just repeat that, even though it's something that I really wanted to say about teaching them about training. But we've had so much come through this last couple of weeks since I wrote that. I did see that one. Yes, I saw that one, Peter. The thing is that what gets me most was all of this. Janet's been around for all of this. Uh-oh, what'd you spew? I'm sorry. From laughing, I hope? Or for gasping? She's acting normal until certain movements, but overall she's wanting out of the damn house. Well, she's a dog. She's a pup. She wants to be out and free. Make her a little wheelchair. Yeah, this has been going on for decades, and she's been involved with this for decades. Janet was involved with this when all of those shenanigans were going on, when all of the shenanigans that Miriam Francis in her video yesterday, all that shit was going on about the cadets. Janet was involved with that. She doesn't deserve to be on any counselor board. She was part of that. She's old enough. When Jamie was little, she was part of that. She was part of that horrifying shit that went down on those kids. She was part of that. That's what I want. I want the chief to see that video to show proof of what happened and show proof of what Jennifer probably was too young. She probably wasn't even born yet. But that's what she's standing up for. And Miriam's right. No, there is no cadet org anymore. But there are still children in Scientology, and there still are children in the Sea Org and on staff. That is what they are protecting. All that malfeasance. All of that. Ooh, I got me on a roll again. That is such excellent news, Rip Guy. I am just so excited. She may just have a little gip in her step for a while. A little giddy up. It truly was. I don't know how Janet got into it. I'm not too sure. But, to be real honest, it doesn't matter. There's a point in time. It's like what the two of them, those fine gentlemen yesterday were talking about. There's a point in time when you have to say, This isn't right. Yeah, there's just a point in time where you have to think, it's not right. The good of the all is not always the detriment and downfall and degrading and abuse of one is not worth it all of trying to be good for it all. And I know I just completely hashed that saying out, but I hate LRH's sayings anyways. Yep, she has. In her 80s somewhere, I don't know whether it's 83, 86, 84, whatever. She's had plenty of time and plenty of experience. But for just as much time as she's had to do bad things, she's had just as much time to turn her life around and do good things. If Peter doesn't give it to you, let me know. Scientology Up North, and I'll re-email you. Because I think I thought I emailed it to you last week. Or the other day when we were talking. Right? Right? I don't think Jamie has children. I don't know. I've never asked him. But when Robert was talking yesterday, it became very clear that his mind changed when his children were born. Yeah, maybe, Janet, maybe she did. But there's a point when any human, doesn't matter, there's a point when any human has to go, that their instincts have to kick in. Where are those instincts? Are they completely raped out of you? That's another word that, okay, it may not be a physical rape, but people in Scientology get mentally raped. Does that get just raped right out of you, your instincts? I've always felt that instincts were guttural. I did have a couple ideas for that, Rika. I'll email them to you. And Swedish Lena says, main house, she might have been washed, but that is no excuse. Exactly. Really, Rika? Wow. I'm not questioning you. I'm just saying, wow. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, but Peter sounds like he just sent it. Sorry, Miriam, I thought I did. Unless it went into your spam folder. Because I'm pretty sure I did, Miriam. But that's okay. All's good in Peter Anderson land. He saved the day. They do audit out common sense. Yeah, mine might have went to spam, and I'm sorry if it did, but I know I sent it because I did it while I was on the air with you. Okay, time for the legs to get moved, guys. Sorry. So how does that How does that start to kick back in? Rika, you're going to answer this one. How do you start getting those to kick back in? But besides having children, I've noticed that is that when people have children, hopefully it kicks back in. Some of it doesn't, like with Janet. But maybe with you, Rika, when you had your twins, when Robert Dam, when he had his girls, does it matter? I'm really relying on you for this answer. When they are trained to protect and progress Sciento at any cost, nothing else matters. But us trying to get people want to leave, how do we make it matter? How do we make it? I know that's a question. Lots of therapy and learning to trust yourself again. Good morning, Susan King. Yeah, basically what is abnormal becomes normal in a cult. Yeah, I guess Liz Gale talks about that also. And you're right. You know, and we're not going to get political or anything else. We're not going to talk about that, but about the infighting that's going on. But when I see Aaron and Jenna and other folks that have children, and when they got out, they don't let their children in, that tells me they knew that it was bad. Right? I think Marilyn doesn't let her children, Liz Gale, Nora, quite a few others, that all of a sudden when they have children, they go, ooh, no, nope, that's not going to happen. It's not all of a sudden, but you know what I mean. It could be. Honestly, Miriam, it could be. I had one that I was sitting there watching Serge send me email, watching him, and then Audit sent me an email. We were talking about something spicy. Never came through, never came through. Yeah, I think emails are getting infiltrated. But at this point, I don't really give a rat's ass. I really don't care. If it's that spicy or that secretive, I don't put it on anywhere anyways. Right, Rika, that protection, that mama bear and papa bear protection, when that instinct does kick in, right? Reese wasn't going to let Huxley near Scientology, right? That's another example. Yep. So when you see somebody like Janet put their children through it, L. Ron Hubbard, one of his children committed suicide or was killed, or who knows, they don't really know. But Mike Rinder, he let his children, you know, somebody that I saw apologize, and their children are still in, is Phil Jones and his wife. You know, they've apologized publicly for putting their children in. That instinct came a little bit too late. Now it's trying to get the children out of there. How devious and deceptive and gross. Moxon's daughter, yep. And he's never taken responsibility for that. He should be in jail. He should be behind bars. Right, Miriam? Exactly. That is 100% the question. Oh, wow, Rika. I know, I'm so sorry. Yeah, but it's so crazy. Yeah, I remember hearing about that and going clear when he's talking about the friend of his daughter, the one that came and stayed with them, right? Yeah, crazy, crazy. Welcome back, Kirby's mom. Yeah, totally, totally just mind blowing. What eats me up sometimes is if you believe blood is thicker than water, the organization doesn't have a chance. Unfortunately, I think that those that are brainwashed, I'm just going to use that word, in the cult, any cult, that becomes the blood. Yes, they're very much, very well said. Haggis says when they toss you out for questioning and leaving you distraught on the street with nothing but a warped sense of reality. Yeah, definitely is a warped sense of the tough love scenario, right? Rika, we all loves you. And hugs from all of us. Yep, 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 yep. We all need hugs every once in a while. That I was telling you that thumbnail that I had done yesterday. Was it yesterday? The day before. The day before. That photo shoot between my daughter and I was, gosh, she was still in high school when we did that. She was at that age. And we just loved each other so much. I still love her. She's still one of my bestest friends in the entire world. Right? Rika, we're taking her down. Hugs to Tiggy this morning. We will accomplish this. I just have a feeling we will accomplish this. And it's totally a we. Okay, Miriam, thank you for stopping in. Loves to you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day back at work. Queen Rika. Now you got me saying, I'm going to just call you Rika. We have to have the tongue twirl in there. Miss Rika. Oh, too funny. Haggis, what's for breakfast this morning? What you cooking, hun? I know, right? 10 more days. I can't wait for you guys to be together too. Is Ree gonna be there also, Swedish? Oh, yum, that sounds really good. I haven't even got my turkey for Thursday, you guys. I may, you know what I may do is I may call and just grab something tomorrow night that I can reheat on Thursday. Okay, Mandy Me, thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I miss him too. I wish he's doing fine. It's just sometimes we don't know what's going on in the background. So sometimes if things get a little messy in the background, it makes this front stuff messy too. That's exciting, Swedish Lena. Yeah. I have a restaurant nearby me that I may just go get the fixins and get a meal and then just reheat for Thursday. Thursday is our American Thanksgiving. It, that's a good idea. Yeah, I really only like the turkey breast. I'm not really for the dark meat anyways. Yeah, I have so haggis, my dad taught me how to make stuffing, and actually stuffing is probably one of my most favorite meals ever to make and to eat. Unfortunately, when you look at it, and I'm the only one really in the house that would ever eat the stuffing, so you're looking at it going, I ate a whole loaf of bread. Even though it was all torn up into pieces, it was still a whole damn loaf of bread. And but I love making stuffing. And I put onions and stuffing mixes and a little bit of nuts and apples and sausage in my stuffing. Ooh, yummy. That sounds awesome, Kathy. And ooh, cornbread stuffing. I wonder if because I like my just regular old white bread, like the cheap white bread, with some rye bread mixed in there. Maybe some cornbread in there too. Oh, that sounds really good. Anyone seen the Thanksgiving pizza? Sacrilege! Sacrilege, I say. Thanksgiving pizza. Really, I'll take some chocolate pie. I did already buy I'm not going to make it homemade, but homemade enough as in taking it out of the wrapper and throwing it in the oven, a pumpkin pie. with Cool Whip. Pumpkin pie with Cool Whip is the best. So what would a Thanksgiving pizza look like? Okay, so pizza crust with garlic sauce, not red sauce, with pieces of turkey and mushroom, maybe some like diced up potatoes. DiGiorno's Thanksgiving pizza. DiGiorno's makes a Thanksgiving pizza. I'll have to look. Oh wow, I didn't know that, Swedish Lena, that you were from there originally. Very well. So pumpkin pie with lots of Cool Whip. That's just tradition. So I a turkey breast, bake a turkey breast, roast a turkey breast with my homemade stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy. I don't have a big stomach, so I don't make much more than that. Yeah, Cubs had checked in saying that he was on vacation and that all was well. So he is fine as of the last posting. Ooh, that sounds really good, Haggis. I think Crazy Love did, I did, MD Media did. Hey, good morning, Power Lies. PLTP, how you doing today? Yep, Amy had told us about it. And I think Amy was the one that told all of us that he was just fine and dandy. Amy had the email going. She had the scoop. Okay, coffee's done. I gotta really think about if I get picked for. Uh-oh, my heating pad was not over the blanket. It was under the blanket. Front row. Hold on, you guys. I gotta make sure I don't have any burns. Sorry, I had to peek down at my belly. Because I had it on direct, and Amy knows you can't do that. I totally agree. Amy has great instinct. Did your daughter get done filming her thing, Amy? Yep. Coffee, 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 and more coffee. 3 minutes today, Amy. Up to 3 minutes. So when they ask you what you want to speak on, you can just say all items. And they don't like make you stay on topic to any of the agenda items. You can just speak for 3 minutes as long as it's within their purview. I know I didn't get burned. I put a blanket underneath. Bummer, but that's okay. She just gets more practice. Um, 45 minutes total for all public comments. So it's split between the 3 minutes each, or if everybody took 3 minutes. So about 15 people is the total. And that's if they don't mess up or if somebody doesn't stand up and start putting up their sign or interrupting the public comment process, because I've noticed they don't extend the public comment. Good morning, Lakshmi Cool. Yeah, so as long as nobody interrupts the process, then they usually get 15 people in there. That's okay, Rika. Yeah, they cut it in half because they took it down to 1 minute, so it's 10 minutes total. And I was going to be a dick and do what that guy did the other day about the Braille and ask for an accommodation for 2 minutes rather than 1 minute. I really was going to do that tomorrow. But I'm thinking, but that takes away from the 10 accumulative minutes, and I'm taking somebody else's minute. So I'm not going to do that. I would rather have somebody else have a voice than me be selfish and prudish and take somebody's minute. So I'm going to skip that one, even though it was a good idea. Maybe if 5 of us to get together so that way we all have 10 minutes. If we knew there was only 5 of us to speak. But that depends. Again, I don't want to take somebody's precious minute. Yeah, they have a lot of money on the table today that they're getting from the police foundation. I think that's just beating a dead horse there. I don't think we're ever going to find out who makes those contributions. Not from the police commission. And they don't take public comment at their meetings for the police commission foundation or for the LAPD foundation. Lawless Chicago, shootings, chaos, police, migrants, crime. JL Air must be up in Chicago. I was going to say, Audit is not live. She's not even awake yet. Well, she might be awake because I think she's going to go to. Did you guys read Audit's thing last night? That was funny. I had to look up who Tracy Walker was. Here, I'll post a link just in case you haven't seen it. Tracy Walker was a protester neighbor that lived near the Blue, Hey, YRB, good morning. Good morning to you. You can request the financials, Haggis. In fact, you can get the 990s on the IRS website. You can get that. But you cannot find, they have to report the donors to the IRS, but they don't have to publish the donors from the IRS. So they have opted to not publish the donors. So you can't see who their main donors were and how much they donated. You can see the total amount, but it's not line itemed per donor because they can opt out of publishing who the donors were. I'm sorry, I got frogs in my throat this morning. Oh yeah, this one cracked me up. Doesn't make sense to me either, but I did my homework and looked at the 990, and that's exactly what it says. And it says you don't have to publish the donors. You can opt in or opt out of the donors' names being published. Did you, YRB? There's that many pages for the next meeting? For the Public Works? I didn't look at the package. I just looked at the... Now you're gonna make me go look, darn you. Darn dog nabbit you. Los Angeles Board of Public Works. I know we looked at it last night. Little Miss Audit and I looked at it last night, but I didn't download. I just looked at the agenda. I didn't look at the packet. Oh my goodness, it must be big. It's taken forever to download. It's getting there, YRB. It's getting there. We've got the slow mode going. Holy crap. I think you might be right. Oh, okay, for the sewer plant improvements. I was just going to ask you that. Were there any meeting minutes? I don't think I've ever seen meeting minutes, and if I did, I know I've never seen comments in the minutes, the public comments. Which I always thought they had to be at least summarized. But I could be wrong. Okay, so let's see. It's still not done yet. Crap. It's getting there. Come on, you can be the little train that could. The little train that should. Choo choo. Holy crapola. Either my internet is awfully slow or this PDF is huge. And it could be a combination. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boop. Agenda for the Public Works. 3308. Holy crapola. Yeah. Well, I'll just leave it downloaded and look at it later. Wowzer. Oh no. So the clause about the slavery is in the contract, however, no mechanism for assuring nothing takes place. Well, yeah, that's no, they have no enforcement or investigation clauses in there. Mm. Well, I agree. What are they voting on? I think they get the minutes because there's a spot in here that shows where you can get the minutes from the archives. Let me see. Agenda minutes and other board meeting related documents are available online here. Okay, so we've got the minutes, blah, blah, blah. But isn't that where we were? Download agendas or journals, historic recording of meetings. Excuse me while I kind of poke around here. That's the agenda. Here are the HTML minutes. That was from Friday. Received public commentary is the only. What? So apparently they need to come in here and download the minutes. Do they have public public comments? Disposition received. I'm going to download. I can't see the comments at YRB if you're commenting on it. So we're right. What the hell are they commenting on? Yeah, I just downloaded the notes from item number 3. And this is the notes. These are the meeting notes. "100% YRB. The topic and the position should be clearly stated. I wonder if this is something that audit can put in for a cure and correct? Yeah. How are you supposed to know if I'm looking at if I'm looking back, how am I supposed to know what really happened? Let me go. There's absolutely nothing. Maybe did I need to click on disposition received? Adjournment? No, it just highlights it. Yeah, that's pretty screwed up. Right. Right, Peter. They don't care. They could give a crap. So much for his comment the last week of, we really appreciate the public coming in large amounts to talk about this. Yeah, this is ridiculous. So, and I agree with you. What are they voting on? When they're voting on the minutes, what are they voting on? That's what should be presented to the public, not this gobbledygook. YRB, what are your thoughts on a civil grand jury on this? I don't know what would be the process or what would make this fixed. Peter and YRB, we'd have to think of, would have to think and tell us, be our guides, people, be our guides. Maybe a question for Goat Puppet. Desert Dog know that we wouldn't even be able to FOIA it. It gives them the option to opt in or not of publishing the donor list. Because the tax records are there, the 990s are there. You can see everything on there. It's just there's one line item where it says, do they have to report their donators? Yes. Do they have to publish it? That's illegal. They do not have to publish it if they don't want to. Yeah, you can report the whole 990. You see the whole the 990 report online. No FOIA needed. I don't know, Haggis. That would be a good question. The and it would depend. I don't know whether they're a 501c3 or a 501c4. That question I haven't looked at because it wasn't part of my thinking when I was looking at the 990. But if it's a 501c4, they can lobby. If it's a 501c3, they wouldn't be able to. Maybe, maybe not, Peter. We don't know. I'm sure they probably do a couple of degrees of separation there. They've been at it so long. Well, it would be probably for eons, not just the whole year. But it's certainly something, because I don't think the city council, you can see theirs either. I think it might be a whole city problem. Right, exactly right. I know. I remember you saying that. We know that, YRB. Nobody puts YRB in the corner. I absolutely laugh and giggle every time they try and cut you off for not being on topic. Because you know you're on topic. Yeah. Well, it is almost 10:30, guys. I have a lot to think about this morning. I still need to write something up other than what I had previously wrote. I'm still contemplating whether or not I want to re-speak that. And I need to at least do a little bit of fluff and buff before our meeting at 12:30 Pacific time, which is in 2 hours. So I'm going to, you're right, maybe we should point them to that so that way they can figure out how to take minutes. But I'm going to sign off for a little bit. I'll be back on a few minutes early of the LAPD Commission meeting so we can watch that together. And I'm going to go get my teethies brushed and my hair fluffed and buffed and make sure I look halfway decent for the day. Thank you, Haggis. I appreciate it. I'm glad you didn't miss us. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you in about an hour and a half.